Wow guys, I'm going to be reviewing Star Fox for Nintendo 64. Man, the Nintendo 64 had so many awesome video games. Super Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Kirby 64, Pokemon Snap, 007 GoldenEye, Diddy Kong Racing, and I have to say that Star Fox 64 ranks pretty high up there. There were so many popular old-school shooting space shooter video games back in the day, but when the original Star Fox on the Super Nintendo game came out, it was one of the most innovative games on the Super Nintendo. And then there was a sequel in 1997 called Star Fox 64. And you have so many awesome Star Fox characters. You got Star Fox himself, Fox McCloud, Falco Lombardi, Peppy Hare, and Slippy Toad, 4 of the awesome Star Fox team. And not only that, they fight Andross and go through outer space. And I have to say that the gameplay in this game was very fun and engaging. So many fun levels. Using the R-Wing is awesome. And you get that hokey pokey dialogue like, do a barrel roll! This is one of the coolest games on Nintendo 64 in my opinion. It's so cool that I'm reviewing this video game for Mr Wii Reviews episode 65, and I'm so excited. I have to say guys that I used to play this video game all the time on the Wii Virtual console. And it's nice that I own this game on my EverDrive 64. Man, talking about this game just gets me so excited. Anyhow, it's gonna be so cool reviewing this video game, so cue the little intro. Wow guys, I'm literally in outer space like Star Fox right now. Oh man, I'm in outer space. I'm in outer space. How do I get out of outer space? I'm afraid. Man, I'm in space adventures right now, like space donkeys. Like space donkeys. I'm in outer space. Outer space. Outer space. Gotta fly into the Andross like Andross, cue the intro! I'm like Roman Reigns, Superman Punch! Hey guys, I just did the Superman Punch like the tribal chief Roman Reigns! Superman Punch! I'm getting off topic. Star Fox 64 for Nintendo 64. Man, this video game is a sequel to the original Star Fox for Nintendo 64. Star Fox 64 is a really cool video game. The story in this video game is really good. Andross causing chaos and trouble. It is similar to the story in the original Star Fox, but I feel that Star Fox 64 does it better in my opinion. Not only that, the gameplay in this video game is really cool. You fly around, and you have your Star Fox friends trying to help you out, like Falco, Peppy, and Slippy. And it's really cool gameplay. You use the R-Wing to fly around and shoot enemies. Very addicting and engaging. And not only that, you can collect items too, like bombs and whatnot and emblems. And what I really like about Star Fox 64 too is that there's multiple paths to take, which really makes the replay value of this game much better. So if you know specific secret paths, you can actually get mission accomplished rather than mission complete, and that brings you to different paths throughout the game. And like I said, it adds to the replay value and diversifies the game, because going through different paths is really an ingenious way to make the gameplay more fun this game. And not only that, it's addicting. I look back. Not only that, it's addicting and engaging gameplay. You know, shooting around feels so awesome, defeating the enemies and whatnot. And all in all, the fact you can go through different paths and the addicting gameplay like shooting around and also collecting things. And I have to say the boss battles too in this game is fun. So many unique and different boss battles, and the voice dialogue is really cool. The voice dialogue in this game is awesome. And the fact that you can fight different bosses in this game, and the fact that you have unique ways of defeating that boss, it makes Star Fox 64 a fun video game. So guys, for Mr. Wii Reviews episode 65, we will be reviewing Star Fox 64 for Nintendo 64. We have such a fun time reviewing this video game. I played this video game so much on the Wii Virtual console back when I was a teenager. Definitely a fun video game. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? And go in outer space. Look guys, I'm making snow angels! Snow angels, snow angels, snow angels! I like the winter snow so much! Cue the Star Fox intro! Following the release of Star Fox in 1993, series creator Shigeru Miyamoto began working on Star Fox 2 for the Super Nintendo. By 1995, Miyamoto had largely finished development of Star Fox 2 before realizing that its release would require an additional chip of the Super FX2. Because of this, they canceled Star Fox 2 in favor of a new Star Fox game for Nintendo 64. Miyamoto stated that 30% of Star Fox 64's gameplay came from the original game, and 60% came from the canceled sequel, and the rest of the 10% was original work done during the development of Star Fox 64. The development team also added additional dialogue to improve the experience of this video game.
I see him up ahead. Let's rock and roll! Do a barrel roll!
Be waiting for you, Star Fox. You know that I control the galaxy.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Andros has ordered us to take you down.
Eddie, long time no see. Andros' enemy is my enemy. No match for you. I admit defeat. Are you gonna listen to that monkey? You're not as stupid as you look! Looks like we've got company. Your father helped me like that too! Fox, you're okay!
Way to go, Fox!
That's our leader! What's wrong, Fox? Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
This is also the first video game to make use of the Rumble Pack as well, a new peripheral for the system. Star Fox 64 received critical acclaim and was one of the top-selling games of 1997, second to Mario Kart 64. The game got really good scores, with IGN giving it an 8.7 out of 10, and Famitsu giving it a 36 out of 40 score. All in all, Star Fox 64 is one of the best games on Nintendo 64, and I have to agree, this is one of my favorite Nintendo 64 video games, a really fun space shooting video game. Star Fox 64 actually has a really interesting story. So Andros invades the Lilat system, and the original Star Fox team goes to fight Andros. Pigma Dengar, Peppy Hare, and Star Fox's father, James McCloud. Unfortunately, Pigma Dengar escapes the team. Later on it's revealed that he joined Star Wolf. And Peppy Hare escapes too, and Andros ends up capturing James McCloud. So Peppy Hare actually tells Fox McCloud, James McCloud's son, that James McCloud has been captured. So then years later, there's a new Star Fox team of Star Fox, Fox McCloud, Falco Lombardi, Slippy Toad, and Peppy Hare. And it actually turns out that Andros has again invaded the Lilat system. So in the story, can the new Star Fox team and the son of James McCloud, Fox McCloud, and the awesome Star Fox team of 4 thwart the evil plans of the evil Andros? Play this video game to find out. I actually have to say, guys, that the story in this video game is well detailed. For most Nintendo games, there really isn't an elaborate story, but this game has more of an elaborate story than other games out there. Of course, I feel Zelda has more elaborate story than this, but for this game, you can tell they've definitely put a lot of effort in the story. Really cool in my opinion. All in all, the story of this video game is awesome.
Wow, guys, I'm literally in outer space like Star Fox right now. Oh man, I'm in outer space. I'm in outer space. How do I get out of outer space? I'm afraid. Man, I'm in space adventures right now, like space donkeys. Like space donkeys. I'm in outer space. Outer space. Outer space. Gotta fly and defeat Andros like You know what, guys? You know what's really cool about Star Fox 64 as well? Is that this video game has really awesome multiplayer. Grab a friend around, and you can have a good old multiplayer time in this video game. The Nintendo 64 was really trying to go all out, all out with multiplayer support. You know, Mario Kart 64 had 4-player support, Smash Brothers, Mario Party. In terms of 4-player multiplayer and just multiplayer games in general, the Nintendo 64 was really trying to go all out, and Star Fox 64 was no different. The multiplayer in this game is poppin'! 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 Player was poppin'! 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 Alright guys, let's talk about the gameplay now, shall we? Poppin'! 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 Let's talk about the gameplay! Woo!
I don't mean to go off topic, guys, but look at that ice on my apartment building.
Star Fox 64 has really good gameplay. In this game, there are so many fun and interesting levels. Now in this video game, you control Fox McCloud in the R-Wing and you shoot many enemies along your path. The overhead 3D visuals in this game are really good. This is a really nice looking Nintendo 64 game. The space visuals and some of the levels are really nice, and the fire levels and city theme levels are really creative in this video game too. Now your partners in this game help you out, but what's really freaking annoying is that there are times where they are literally in trouble and they ask for help.
I'll take this. Get the one behind me.
Whoa! Help me! Thanks, Fox. I thought they had me.
really? It's nice the first time, but whenever it occurs like friggin' 4 to 6 times, it really grinds my gears and gets under my skin. And then the partners are on the mission too, which really makes things more difficult in the later levels. You can use bombs in the levels to blast enemies, which I think is cool as well. What's really cool about Star Fox 64 as well is that there is a score meter. When you get enough points, you can actually get a medal, so it motivates the player, which I think is nice. Then the boss battles! These boss battles in this game are very creative and some are really difficult.
It's foolish to come against me.
Some levels have 2 boss battles per level because there are 2 paths in each of the levels, and that's probably one of the coolest aspects of Star Fox 64. There are multiple secret paths you can take in each of the levels. This is really ingenious in my opinion. If you take a secret path, you can actually go to a different part of the level, which I think is really nice. It's cool too, like I stated previously earlier in this review, that there is multiplayer support. Some of the multiplayer gaming in this game is really cool as well, and the core gameplay of this video game in general is really nice. Shooting enemies and fighting bosses really makes the game fun and engaging and enjoyable. And I have to say that losing your partner really creates a sense of urgency, so all in all, Star Fox 64 in my opinion is one of the most fun video games on the Nintendo 64. I played this video game so much on the Wii Virtual console when I was a teenager, and this video game is up there as one of the best Nintendo 64 video games. I can always have a good time playing this Nintendo 64 classic.
All in all, guys, what are my final thoughts about Star Fox for Nintendo 64? This video game is a really good game on Nintendo 64. The core gameplay of this video game is amazing. Shooting around in the levels is very fun. This video game has an awesome and well-elaborate story too. My criticisms with the game is that the boss battles can get too annoying at times. It really gets me really annoyed and it's off-putting. And not only that, I find it annoying that your enemy or your friends, your allies like Falco, Peppy, and Slippy, that they get annoyed and they're taken out of the level too much in this video game. It really limits what you do in the later levels as Fox. Anyhow, but besides that, this is an awesome video game. The fact that you can take 2 paths is really cool, and not only that, the levels are imaginative and fun in this game. Got fire and space and water levels like I said before. And all in all, this is a really fun video game. I'm gonna give Star Fox for Nintendo 64 a 9 out of 10. This is definitely one of my childhood Nintendo 64 video games. Like I said, I didn't play this much as a kid, but I did play later on the Wii Virtual console when I was a teenager, and I could definitely have a good time replaying this video game. Alright guys, thank you for watching this record-breaking Mr. Wii 65th video game review, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Adios. Do a barrel roll! Do a barrel roll! Sorry, I couldn't resist. Wow guys, Star Fox 64 is such a really awesome video game that has me excited right now. I'm excited! Overalls. I'm in my overalls. I'm excited, guys. I'm in my overalls. Overalls. I said overalls. Woohoo! Patio! It's about a game of Star Fox. Why would Star Fox I'm in my overalls. Overalls. Overalls.